My husband Jesse and I host international group trips with a twist. Our group trips are based around thrifting. In today's episode, we are going to be taking you on a group trip with 30 travelers, most of them who we have never met before. We are going to be picking our way through Paris over the next 7 days. And we're going to take you shopping with us to some of our favorite flea markets across Paris. Sit back, grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and let's go find some treasures. And we're going to take you with us to tour some of the most beautiful landmarks. I had a strategy planning this group trip. You know how they say save the best for last? Well, that's the way we're going to do our flea market shopping here in Paris. I thought it would be a good idea to start out with the most high-end. That way, every flea market after this one is gonna feel like we're getting bargains. Good morning from Paris. I should say bonjour. We are here in Paris and we have brought 30 travelers to go flea market shopping all across Paris. And today we are kicking off our flea market shopping day at one of the most famous flea markets in Paris.
Those cups are cool.
The colors are really fun and I like that texture. Look at the Kokeshi doll collection in here. This one is so beautiful. Look at how she's all natural wood.
The wood is Suga, particular to Japan.
I like the different ones.
Yes, it's very different. It's the coffee.
A coffee bean.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So
30
nice.
euro.
Yes.
Could you do 20 for this one?
20
cash?
Yes.
Okay, merci beaucoup. I also really love these natural wooden ones that don't have any painting on them. They're really beautiful.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
This market is massive. You definitely want to make sure you plan at least half a day, and that is if you are a fast picker or on a tight budget. I would probably recommend planning an entire day here. To be honest, I'm not even sure a week in Paris is enough to hit all of the good flea markets, but we are sure going to try this week.
Oh, I want to see it.
That one was a little more tasteful, but I got a picture with the artist actually.
Oh,
I
wow.
hang in my little office.
Oh, that's
He
beautiful.
does some really cool stuff, but I wouldn't.
And that's his original photography.
Yeah.
Look at us with our Hulken bags, and our first purchases in Paris were both Kokeshi dolls.
Kokeshi dolls are so cute.
She did a great job wrapping them too. My thing is I need to focus on things that I actually need, not beautiful trimmings that I had no idea what I would use for. But wouldn't that make a beautiful belt? It's 1941, 30 euro. I'm thinking about this vintage striped hat. It's so cute. It has a little bow, and I love the button on top. I can't tell how many euros that is. I'm thinking maybe 23 euros. We'll have to ask. It's definitely vintage. 40?
40.
We're crushing on these stools.
Yeah,
That live edge at the bottom.
that's cool.
Well, you don't have to wonder what that is. It's pretty obvious. Umbrella holder. This box is incredible. Look at this round one right here. You guess how much it is?
600 euros.
Yes, how'd you know?
Because I deal in those boxes all the
You do
time.
not.
I'm an expert in the craft.
This one's 3,800. Whoa, we need to go find a cheaper street. Look at this lamp that Sheila spotted. Bronze, maybe? Oh, those are agate. 32 euro. That's really pretty. Oh, I just love peeking back here. We're going to enter one of the other markets here. So there are multiple. I think that there are 7 of them. They're all a little bit different. This one looks nice and long. These are incredible. I've never seen these before. This clear glass. I love all 3 of these. The low candle holders, the vase, and then this one right here. I'm gonna ask and see if I can find out how much they are. I'm sure they're expensive, but I'd at least like to learn who they're by so I can keep an eye out for them. So it's by René Lalique and 800 euro for this one. So I'm gonna do some research. A new designer to look out for sure.
And it's quite unusual.
Yes, they're beautiful. So do you think it's a Japanese rice paper? Like
Yes.
a rice paper? She stopped me in my tracks. So this is by a local artist, Savi, and it's 2,500. She's a stunner. There's some of the most incredible glass that we've ever seen. We're loving on this candle holder set. There's 2 of them. It's 860 euro.
Look at the table.
Oh, the table's amazing too. Oh my goodness. This place is awesome. Look at the palm tree lights. The coconuts are lights. That's really neat. I like the rooster. I like every single thing in here. I just found a whole section of Bernard buffets, and they even have the year for each one. It looks like they're not signed, so these are maybe book plates. I'm not sure, or copies. 1967. None of them are signed and dated though. Nancy, I feel like you'd like this one.
You know I would. You know.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Oh, here's one with the Eiffel Tower. There was a large signed and dated one on one of the other antique rows that we were just on. This is so neat seeing so many of these all in one place.
I am a huge believer that you can find good deals anywhere. You just have to really put in the effort and look. This flea market is such a great place to come and learn. I think a lot of these dealers even shop the lower priced markets that we're going to over the next few days. But they know what they're looking for and they know what to buy. And I found so many of these antique dealers absolutely willing and excited to talk about their finds.
It's going to be a very special.
Yeah.
So all the little pieces in here, she said the artist was putting metal in the clay before glazing it and firing it. So all of these little pieces like this, you see how it's got like a little hole in it? That's pieces of metal. And I really like I love the shape, but I also love the texture and the color. Right?
It's perfect.
So this is
Little cutie.
These are my first buys of the day.
There are faint chips. That's a hard one. It does look Art Nouveau though.
I never forget.
I thought we were friends. No, just waiting for your opportunity.
Maybe that's it, you know.
Yeah.
No, it's very old. And I should charge more for it. But
30 euro? I'll take it.
Well,
It's
you've
worth
gotta
it just for the entertainment chatting. Have you ever seen a fireplace that was more me?
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
He had 40 euro on it. I offered 30 and we're meeting in the middle at 35 euro. I just got all 3 of these beautiful Moroccan wood pieces for only 10 euro. A little frame, a canister with a lid, and a little bowl or candle holder. And Stella they go. We're making progress. We're starting to fill her up.
Welcome back in Paris. How'd they do today? Fill them up.
After an incredible morning shopping the largest flea market in Paris, we're going to take a break and head to do something a little bit different. Our entire group are antique enthusiasts. So instead of just going wine tasting to taste the different wines in France, I wanted to plan something that was more of an experience along with history.
Years of the minimum order, which cultivated the grapes from the Trocadero hills and needed a place to store the wine. So they used the cellar behind you.
We're in the catacombs. Just kidding, we're in a wine cellar.
That's awesome. The lights are cool too.
And we will see each object one by one. Wow. No, I'm kidding.
It's a lion on a lion. Look at that.
Old artifact, the ancient Greece, and actually it was found in Paris. You can see here there is a champagne in 1807.
We just arrived at the tail end of a flea market that we saw on the side of the road. We got to the hotel. We immediately booked it here. We have been picking all day at the largest flea market here in Paris. Look at it go. I'm so proud of my people. We really can't stop. Look at us go. But they're putting everything away. We've got 10 minutes left. Let's see what we can find in 10 minutes. We know we can work good under pressure. So this is a typical Parisian neighborhood sale. So it's kind of like a garage sale. You'll have a mixture of new things, old things, vintage, just a little bit of everything. That's the largest collection of egg cups I've ever seen. I got this weird, cool bronze sculpture for 50 euro. He wanted 80. I said 50. He said 70. I said 50. He said 60. I said 50. And I got him for 50. Bonjour. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. How much was it? 100? Wow.
This is sterling and corail. It's ethnic.
It's beautiful. How much are these?
This is 30.
30.
Resell, yes.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. I got this for 25.
25 euro. It's gorgeous.
And you can tell it's pretty old. I don't know anything about the artist yet. $10 for both of them.
Amazing.
They'll look beautiful on my library shelf that I'm creating for myself. That's beautiful.
And it was 12. It was 12, so I thought that was a great deal.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I'm so happy for you. We're showing off her beautiful vase. Olive wood. Last minute find. I got this beautiful Moody painting for 15 euro. And then this gorgeous religious enamel, kind of a plaque. It was 20, but he accepted 10. Look at this tapestry that Melissa got. Merci beaucoup. It's 10 euro. What does that say? ACHEYAL maybe, or GAL? It's beautiful. I just got all 6 of those for 60 euro. So 10 euro each. They're all original paintings on a board. Look at this puppet. It's a little carved wood lion. It's pretty sweet. It's really pretty. 3 euro. The pricing is so good here.
Oh, get that.
Oh yeah, I have to, right? I wasn't gonna do brass, but this is actually pretty lightweight. It's a nice one too. Oh, Emma was getting a lot of copper. Maybe we'll tell her about that one. Nancy found some beautiful burlwood boxes. Thuya wood from Morocco.
Oh, really?
Amazing, yes. Oh, gorgeous. How much were they?
I paid $12 for both of them.
Nice. This would be great for an entryway. Let's see how much these are.
Agate slice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing that on just plain bags.
Bedazzling them.
I brought one.
That's beautiful.
Did you just get that?
I just got it.
Bonjour. I love those. How much are these?
Les deux 5.
5? 5? 5? Okay, I'll take this. Merci. I just got these candle holders for 5 euro.
Those are cool.
Aren't those amazing?
Yeah.
Oh, it comes with stuff. What are those? Look at that. You can play chess.
They're all
Oh, the
lighters.
box. Oh, it turns. Look, it rotates. Oh, that's really neat. This is the closest we've ever seen to a penguin ice bucket in Europe, but it's a duck ice bucket. No music, sorry. €2.
Yes. Okay, no problem.
Love this. The space is really good. Some bronze sculptures. Brooke's got an airplane over there.
I'm in Paris, flea market shopping, with church bells going. This is everything with everybody here. This is everything that I was hoping for.
A famous French singer.
Sheila got Sheila. That's amazing. What'd you find? Did you find anything good?
I found lots of good things.
Oh, I'm so happy. We're going to do a haul on the bus as soon as we head out.
That'll be fun.
But we still have a whole market to do because we've actually done kind of the offshive. We haven't even done the actual market
no,
yet.
You're kidding.
Not kidding.
All of them are beautiful.
It's
She's beautiful. Talk about manifesting. Are you kidding me? I just said yesterday that I wanted to find one of these. And here it is. Hour into the market. There's two options. There's a shinier one and an older looking one. Bonjour. How much are these?
This one is each 50 each.
50 each?
Yes.
Merci.
Zigzag.
That's a pretty decent price. Might see if I can do 40. Now I have to decide if I want the more polished one or if I want the older looking one. I actually think I like the polished one better.
Roger Blondel.
Roger Blondel.
He's French sculptor.
How much?
250.
Could you do 250 for both?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, merci. That's beautiful. Yeah. And monogram. It's perfect. Bronze cat bowls. These are hilarious. €35 each. This is really beautiful. It has a hand-painted porcelain piece there centered. €70. This would make such a pretty soap dish. It has a little hook so it can make a wall hanging too. You could put a picture on there. It probably originally had a mirror, I would think. It's so neat to see so many things from all around the world. I got the beautiful old handheld mirror. It's bronze, a wooden bangle, and this beautiful brass detailed velvet frame. €40 for all three of them. Same one has €70, so I think we got a good price on ours.
Really good.
We did.
That's what he translated to the guy to get out of
wife
buying
is the
something.
boss. I've been digging through the boxes and I found 4 pieces of art.
Vintage postcards, right?
Oh,
And they open here.
that's so sweet.
And then you
can
change your
display it.
picture or your postcard. I was like, that's amazing.
I think that I've seen more unique picture frames here, antique ones, than I've ever seen. Just in 2 days than I've ever seen before. I'm thinking about these. They're 120 for the pair. I might offer 100. And I just spotted this beautiful Batosi vase, and it's 80 euro, numbered on the bottom. The color on it's really vibrant. It's got a lot of that blue and green, and it's in the Rimini Blue series. I think I'm gonna make an offer for the candlestick, the vase, and the 2 lights. Merci beaucoup. For 150, I got both of the lights and the Batosi, and then 50 euro for the Art Nouveau candlesticks.
Exactly.
She got the French penguin ice bucket. I love it.
We're calling it the duck sphere.
The duck sphere. Oh, I love it. I'm so happy you got it. Wow, Jesse.
They say I have an eye. Thanks. Melissa, do you like it?
Is that for Joe?
Well, I gotta put a socket in it too.
He has to rewire his gift, but he likes them. She got a Moroccan poo in France. This is made out of mushrooms. I thought it was suede. Very special, 15 euro. I just looked it up and it really is a mushroom hat, and it was only 15 euro, and it looks like they sell online for $175 to $200. So that was a good find.
Mushroom hat.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I mean, this, woo, beep.
J'ai pas écouté. Non, non. Oh, you do? What is that? This is so fun.
That's really neat. It's made out of brass. Isn't that fun?
Abacus?
Yeah, you could have it as a necklace pendant, and it's just, you could do math anytime you need it. Math on the go.
Math on the go.
Math on the go in case your phone doesn't work.
Yeah.
I just spotted a carved wood wedding cup. Finding these all over the world is my favorite. It was 7 euro total. Favorite thing ever. This is the best day. I just got this for 10 euro. You want to take a look? It doesn't have any markings, but the color on it and the glaze is just awesome.
Yeah.
For 10 euro.
Like that lava glaze.
And the color is just vibrant. This frame is incredible. It's only 15 euro. That's going in the luggage. And you got tiny art too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
That's so cute.
Look at that.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Now we are going to take a stroll through Luxembourg Gardens on our way back to our hotel. And even though this spot is popular for both locals and tourists, it is still one of my favorite spots in Paris. Stop by a cafe and pick up some treats, or better yet, fresh fruits and vegetables from a local market, and have a picnic in the gardens like a true Parisian. It is one of the best spots in Paris if you love people watching.
It's time for crepes. Today we are going to be taking our travelers to Versailles, and that means that we're going to take you with us.
The gardens of Versailles are nothing short of magical. The symmetrical design of the gardens with their perfectly trimmed hedges, grand statues, and sparkling ponds create a sense of serenity and elegance that seems almost otherworldly. There's such a peaceful tranquility walking through the gardens. Versailles blew me away the first time that I came here, and I was so excited to bring a group of travelers here to experience Versailles for themselves. This is so amazing. We've been to Versailles, but I feel like we were a little bit too rushed last time. We're taking our time and looking at everything, asking all the questions, and the history here is just so rich and full. It's unbelievable.
Roman marble, semi-recumbent statue, now in the Capitoline Museum in Rome. That's where I've seen it.
There are 4 fountains here, one for each season, and this one has icicles, so we know that it's winter. And they're all themed after the Greek god Apollo, the sun god, because the sun centers in our solar system, therefore everything should be centered around the king. These gardens were carefully crafted to reflect the power and grace of the monarchy, but today they feel more like a romantic escape, a place where time slows down and history whispers in the breeze. With every turn, you uncover another hidden corner of beauty.
Beauty standards what the Greeks had done. They rediscovered these things. So a typical example would be we have the Greeks that were in the search of ideal beauty in arts as well. So for example in sculpture.
I'll give your reaction.
Viva la France!
Viva la France! The palace is like a living piece of art. Every room is intricately designed with gold leaf, stunning frescoes, and furniture that looks like it belongs in a museum, which I guess it kind of is. By far, my favorite room is the Hall of Mirrors. You've probably seen this room featured in many TV shows and movies because it's really famous for its sheer opulence. Beyond the beauty, there's a sense of history that really draws people in. Versailles isn't just a palace, it's a symbol of the monarchy's rise and fall, and it's tied to some of the most dramatic moments in history. The fact that it was the epicenter of royal life for centuries, and that it witnessed key events like the French Revolution adds layers of intrigue. Now, you might know me as a lover of the mid-century modern era, but nothing compares to being in a place where so much history happened. Marie Antoinette, a young Austrian princess, came to Versailles in 1770, and she quickly became a symbol of everything people resented about the monarchy. Her lavish spending on fashion, jewelry, and even her own private little village made her a target for revolutionary anger, especially when the country was struggling with poverty. This is the exact pattern that Marie Antoinette had. It was made in Limoges, France, and they still make this same pattern. Now, if you really want to feel like you are stepping out of our world and back in time into a fairy tale, you've got to visit the Queen's Hamlet in Versailles. Marie Antoinette wanted a break from the high drama of court life. And so she had this quirky little village built just for her. It was her personal escape, a place where she could pretend to be a simple country girl, even though, let's be real, that's kind of odd, and it was still incredibly lavish.
This tree was planted in 1798. Look at this enormous tree.
226 years ago.
It's incredible.
The whole place feels like a Disney movie, or more like a Disney movie set. This was my first time visiting the Queen's Hamlet, and it was a little bit odd to imagine her dressing up as a peasant, essentially playing house in this little village. I also could understand the need she probably had to escape all of the pressures from court. As someone who prioritizes spending time in nature, I completely understand that. And boy, did she build a charming village. Our day trip to Versailles was nothing short of magical. We had the most wonderful time with this incredible group.
So much art. Bonjour. There's two of these little dishes. They look like they can hang on the wall, but they'd make beautiful little trays. It's so pretty. Bonjour.
Yes.
How much?
One piece is 10 euro.
One piece is 10 euros. Could you do 15 for both? Yes. Merci beaucoup. The art is so good. They have everything from modern, contemporary looking art, possibly even from the mid-century era, to so much traditional art. So if you're looking for antiques, gold gilded frames, lamps, pottery, silverware, jewelry, this is a great market. Bonjour.
Bonjour, madame.
How much?
20 euro.
20 euro. Can you do 10?
For you? Okay.
Merci beaucoup. That's a nice bag. Good find, Kurt.
Yeah, I'll do 25.
I thought for a second this was your box, and I was very excited for you that you'd already found that much.
Oh, no. I'm just going through it. That's different.
Oh, that is. You found your zigzag? Congratulations. Congratulations. She got it for 55 euro, and we both now have our zigzag. And we would not have known about it if it had not been for the Wine Tour Museum.
It's brass and zinc.
Oh, the face is really neat.
They have a bunch of them over there.
How much were they each?
This was 10.
10 euro?
This was all 20.
20 euro?
20 euro. This all was 20
That's a
euro.
beautiful stone. The colors are amazing.
Yeah, I felt a little shit right there. Just a little. Look at my bag.
You got treasures!
I do.
That's impressive. Hasn't it only been 15 minutes?
I've just been on this table.
We're digging through the piles, and I've got a little bin started here. Some pretty brass and copper jewelry. I don't know what this is. It says made in France, and I thought it might be an egg cup holder. I'm not sure. Last time I was here, I spent 20 minutes, I think, getting out one necklace, but it ended up being worth over 100, so it was worth it. I really want this snake napkin ring. I thought that's kind of neat. There's some good stuff in here. Sometimes you gotta dig, but the price is right. The snake is free. Look at this. This is amazing. It's an earring. Look how massive that is. I'm gonna turn it into a pendant if I can't find the second one. I'm very excited about this. That's a neat one. There's so much in here. If you're into jewelry repurposing, oh my gosh, so many of these single earrings can be turned into pendants. Okay, I've been digging for an hour. This is what I have going on so far. There's a couple earrings. I'm holding out hope, but I'm getting close to the end of the table, so I don't think I'm gonna find the other earrings, and neither of these can be made into pendant necklaces too easily. I'm also thinking about this bird because I could turn that into a little door handle. Wouldn't that be neat? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you everything I end up getting. Okay, we just talked out a deal, and we're gonna do $300 for everything, including this beautiful carved wooden box. That was so much fun. I love digging and getting down and having to find those treasures. So I paid €300 for everything, and I feel like that was a really good deal because I got an entire bag full of treasures. I can't wait to pull them out and show you. Look at Mary's Kokeshi doll scarf. Is it silk? It's beautiful.
€1. But they're not marked, but I thought they were kind of Scandinavian.
And those were only €1?
€1. And I got this for €1 too.
Oh, I love how it actually has the hole in the bottom.
Isn't that cool?
Now we are taking our travelers to do a walking tour of the Marais neighborhood in Paris. It's known for its narrow cobblestone streets, trendy boutiques, art galleries, which we are actually headed to one of those here shortly, and its rich cultural history. I've been really looking forward to this day for so long because I've always wanted to visit this neighborhood in Paris.
I'm glad to be here.
After our beautiful walking tour, we went to the mall, but not to go shopping. We went for the rooftop view of Paris. After our museum tour, a handful of us decided to walk to the Eiffel Tower, which is about an hour walk from the museum. We stopped by to check out the outside of the Louvre, picked up some snacks at a nearby store, and we hung out and had a great time waiting for the Eiffel Tower to light up. One thing that's special about traveling with this specific group of new friends is that we all have something in common. We love antiques and we love learning history. And in my personal opinion, you can't visit Paris unless you've visited some of the museums. And my personal favorite is the Musée d'Orsay. It is a treasure trove of 19th and early 20th century art. It is so much less crowded than the Louvre, and you're gonna see masterpieces by Vincent van Gogh, Monet, Renoir. I was even able to see 2 of my favorite pieces of art, and yes, they both have cats in them. I can't help it, it's just what I love. It has been such an amazing week, and I don't want it to end, but at least we're going to end it on a great note. There is nothing more magical than seeing Paris from the water at sunset. This is our wonderful guide, Gerard. Look at him, in front of the Eiffel Tower. He's the best.
You didn't know what kind of wine you wanted. All intact. Red or white? X's and O's.
I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. When I started my YouTube channel, there was a question that I kept getting over and over again, and that was, what website do you sell on? Before I launched my Squarespace website, I was selling on other platforms, and I was limited to the ever-changing algorithms. Switching to Squarespace completely changed the game for me. I was now able to connect directly with my followers and creatively curate my website to represent the brand that I wanted to build. It has been such a fun, creative journey for me using my Squarespace site, which never stays the same. And that's part of why I love Squarespace. They are always changing things and adding in new features, new customizable templates, and adding in more powerful e-commerce capabilities with Squarespace extensions. If you are a vintage seller and you are only selling locally, there is the rest of the world that you can tap into. It can seem like a huge transition to start selling your products online, but Squarespace makes it easy. Head to squarespace.com to start your free trial today, and when you are ready to launch your own website, head to squarespace.com/leftcoast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Here is my entire jewelry spread from that one vendor at the market. This was everything I had crammed into that box, and I got all of this for only 300 euro. So many of these items are perfect as they are and can be sold as is, but I also picked up a bunch of single earrings that I'm going to repurpose into pendant necklaces. Some of these I'm even hoping might be gold. Here's my complete hotel haul. I am beyond thrilled with our vintage haul. I have very eclectic style, and I also resell in my online vintage store. So I love everything from mid-century modern to Art Nouveau. And when I'm at these flea markets, sometimes it can be hard to choose what to buy and bring home, but I always just trust my gut. If I love it and the price is right and I know the value is there, and I have room in my luggage for it, I get it. Many of you are wondering, how on earth do I get these items home? And the answer is actually quite simple. I have a travel credit card that allows me and my husband 3 full-size check luggages each. So that's 6 luggages total for free. I will link my favorite travel credit card that we use in the description below. So we bring several empty suitcases full of bubble wrap and packing supplies. I tend to group everything together to make sure that nothing gets damaged. The key to successfully getting these items home without anything breaking is to make sure you have everything packed well and there's not a lot of room inside to shuffle around. For example, you don't want to put brass candlesticks next to your Bitosi pottery. I'm going to do a more in-depth haul with all of these items because there are so many of these that turned out to be much more valuable than I initially thought. I found designer earrings, sterling silver, even some gold items. So stay tuned for a full, more in-depth, complete haul. Right now, I'm just going to go over some of the highlights and some of the things that I'm the most excited about. Everything made it home safe and sound, and I am so thrilled to see these items in my own home. This nude sculpture by a French artist is one of my favorite finds and something I'm definitely not going to be able to let go of. Over the years, we have filled our home with treasures from around the world over time. Another one of my favorite items is this antique Moroccan bowl. I try to collect blue and white pottery in every country that I visit. Even if the designs and patterns are from completely different cultures, if you pick a common theme, it's amazing how well things look together. This is going to be right at home with my Polish pottery and my pottery that I recently found in Berlin, Germany. Oh, and by the way, the value of this beautiful antique bowl, oh my goodness, did I get a steal, which is proof that even at the most high end of all the antique markets in Paris, you can still find bargains. I don't pick up a lot of Art Nouveau items, but these brass candlesticks were stunning. I couldn't leave them behind. I had even walked away from them and then I immediately went back because I knew I was going to regret it. I think it's so fun to mix primitive Art Nouveau with modernist pottery and art. This is a very good example of my eclectic taste. This is my favorite part about design, just playing with it and having fun. This is another one of my favorite items we picked up. It's a lidded dish, and I'm going to pop in some information and the value of it right here on screen. And then there's my favorite find from the entire trip. And now I know a lot of you are probably going to be very shocked that out of everything I got, this is my favorite. But there is actually no question about it. As soon as I saw this weird sculpture, I immediately thought of Egypt. And sure enough, as soon as I Google imaged it, I found a French bronze artist who actually lived in Egypt. And I am almost positive that this is one of her sculptures. I have not been able to find out anything about the value of her items, but some of her sculptures are displayed in museums. I have not been able to find any signature, but everything about it makes me feel like it's got to be by her. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm dying to know if you agree. Do you think that this could possibly be by her? If I find out anything else about this, I will update you in the full haul recap. What a week in Paris. We had the absolute best time with this fabulous group of people. Group travel has completely changed our lives. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, Jesse and I said one of our goals coming out of the pandemic was that we wanted to have more friends. And boy, did group travel give us that. We now have friends not only all around the country, but all around the world, and we feel so honored to be able to be building this community of like-minded people. If you are interested in joining us on one of our future group trips, we would love to have you. Everyone is welcome, all ages, solo travelers, couples, mother-daughter duos, best friends, and everything in between. If you want to learn a little bit more about how our group trips work and see what we've got in the works, head to leftcoastrevivals.com. Click on the travel tab and make sure you are subscribed to our free newsletter because that is where we first announce our upcoming group trips. Thank you so much for joining us and our 30 new friends on this amazing trip in Paris. We are so grateful for you watching, and we will see you in a brand new episode soon.